preparing for my second tune-up race tomorrow. I'm doing a 10K. It's called the Come to the River 10K. I did the same race last year as a tune-up, so that's kind of nice to be able to compare apples and apples. Last year I ran like a 4:40:41 or something like that time, which at the time I was pretty disappointed in, but it was also summer, and I tend to not run very good in the heat, so we'll see how I do tomorrow. And the nice thing is being able to do that direct comparison, like I said, and see, hopefully I'll be faster this year, although it's supposed to be like a high of 90 tomorrow, so I don't remember exactly what the temperature was last year. I remember it was warm. The race is at like 8:15, so it won't be that hot yet, but it'll be far from ideal racing conditions. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited to have that direct comparison to last year, to be able to see how much faster I am than last year, hopefully. And I still have that. I had a really fast half marathon 2 weeks ago, so even if these next two tune-ups don't go that well, I'm still going to feel pretty confident, especially having the good experience at the half marathon, which is obviously closer to what I'm going to need to do at the marathon distance. So yeah, so I really kind of feel like I have nothing to lose here. I'm not really sure what pace I'm going to go out at, given the heat, given the very minimal tapering I'm doing. Normally, if conditions were great, I'd probably go out for maybe even try to push 6:15 pace or something like that. But yeah, I don't know, I'll probably play it by ear, maybe try to go out at 6:30 pace the first mile, see how that feels, and kind of adjust from there. Couple things about this race. It's not super ideal for running a fast time. There's a pretty big hill the first mile. You're going downhill, and then the last mile it's an out and back. You're going uphill, so not ideal in that sense. It's not a huge hill. I think it's like a 35-foot net drop or something like that for the first mile, but compare that to my half marathon 2 weeks ago. That was pretty much pancake flat. Like I can't hardly imagine a more ideal course for setting a PR. So the other thing about this race that makes it a little less than ideal is there's a lot of twists and turns and stuff. It's on the Lansing River Trail, which is a nice trail to run on, but it's got bridges, it's got turns and things like that. So not the most optimal. It's an out and back course, so you got to do a 180-degree turn, which is hard to do. The shorter the race is, the more that kind of impacts you. You got to come to a complete stop, turn around. But yeah, I'm not, again, don't have my heart set on going out there and setting a PR. I don't think it'd be possible in this weather, even if I ran a perfect race for me. So yeah, mostly I'm pretty relaxed about this. I'm not really, like, no matter how poorly I do, as long as I don't get injured, I'm not really gonna sweat it too much. Really just looking to do, push myself as hard as I can, get a good workout out of it, and see how I do. And like I said, being able to compare it exactly to the same race last year is really nice. The same exact course, to see how much better shape I am in this year versus last year. Looking pretty good, I think, for my upcoming marathon. I'm starting to get excited about that. It's 4 weeks from tomorrow already, so I think I should be able to put up a good time if the weather plays nice. If I feel good, if everything lines up here, I should be in line for a solid PR, another BQ, and a really good performance. So I'm crossing my fingers that all goes well here. I'm looking forward. I got 1 more week of training, and then my taper time starts. So looking forward to that already. Last week was a bit rough for me. I don't know what it was, if it was a lack of sleep, or I wasn't eating as well, or stress, or what, but whatever it was, all the traveling I've been doing too. Last week I was just like dragging myself through my runs, and started to get a little concerned about it. But now this week I've been feeling back to normal again. So I think it was just a combination of things, a temporary thing that happens in the course of marathon training. You have days like that sometimes, and you're not exactly sure why. But yeah, so Feeling like I'm on track again. I'm looking forward to this race. Again, like I said, it's maybe not the most ideal course, but it's not a bad course by any stretch of the imagination. I ran a 10K earlier this year that was like, it felt like it was all uphill. Like it was probably the, I can't say it's the worst 10K in the world for a PR, but it's a bad, you're never going to set a PR on that course. But this one, it would maybe be possible, but it's definitely not an ideal course for it if you're running a lot of 10Ks. But yeah, it's a small event. Last year I got 11th. That was mostly because like an entire cross-country team ran the race. So depending on whether they run the same race again this year, you know, I could place much higher than that. I don't really care about that too much, especially now that I got my number one overall win out of the way, and I really only that was my goal, is someday to get first overall, and I've done that. So so yeah, mostly I just want to feel like I did my best, taking into account the weather and everything. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that for now. Doing my preview, I'll report back on how it went. I got a couple weeks left here before Marquette Marathon, my goal race here, so I'm starting to get amped up for that. Traveling all the way up there, going camping and everything. So yep, stay tuned for a couple exciting weeks here, and I'll be back soon.